If you thought that Donald Trump was exploiting Charlie Kirk's death, wait till you take a look at the casket-surfing conservative kid who thinks that he's Charlie Kirk's protege. I'm Jack Cocchiarella on The Bulwark, joined by Cam Kasky to talk about Brilyn Hollyhand, a name that you haven't heard before probably, and hopefully will never actually have to hear again.
Brilyn Hollyhand is being framed as the successor to Charlie Kirk. I think he's like 14 years old or some shit like that. And he's really interesting. I'm so excited to get into this conversation because if you thought Charlie Kirk was bad, we've got a Charlie Kirk here whose delivery is just so much worse. But first, I want to give you a quick look at Brilyn Hollyhand's grief in the wake of Charlie Kirk's gruesome killing. Let's take a look.
It's also an incredible story that you share with us really quickly, Brylen, about fourth grade, a podcast. That's incredible. And Charlie Kirk appears on your podcast. Tell me about the role he played for you as a mentor.
He's so happy.
Yeah, again, it's somebody that didn't have to do that. He was on Fox News every other hour that year. He didn't have to make time for me as an 11-year-old with this upcoming podcast in the fourth grade to come on and join me, but he did. And not only was it a one-time thing,
that's a bad-looking picture of Charlie. Charlie's a better-looking guy than that. I'm not saying Charlie's a good-looking guy, but that's like an unflattering picture.
Like, he didn't have to do that. He could have given me competition.
That's a little better.
All right, we've had enough of this kid.
Yeah, so I don't like to act like human beings experiencing grief cannot smile and laugh in the different moments where anybody can find joy. But I mean, this kid looks like it's fucking Christmas morning and his parents just got him like the biggest Lego set in the entire world. And I think that it speaks to how the larger conservative movement has responded to the death of Charlie Kirk. It's been a huge career opportunity for them, and you're seeing it's putting kids like this on the map.
Yeah, and I want to play off your point there a little bit that people can, feel grief differently. But like Erica Kirk sending out email blasts and coming out to pyrotechnics isn't exactly like I mourn for my husband. But this kid is especially bad because it's very obvious what he is. And it's just like, as they would say in the movie industry or the music industry, he's an industry plant. His dad is a mega donor. He didn't have an upcoming podcast when he was in the fourth grade that he was getting Charlie Kirk on because he was
let's make sure we get this straight, because you've known who this guy is.
Yes.
This guy has been on your map. A lot of people, including people who watch this stuff as closely as you, were not aware of who Brilyn Hollyhand was. I had never seen Brilyn Hollyhand, and I like to keep... Can you just give me, like, the Wikipedia one-paragraph look into what this kid's all about?
I am upset with myself for how chronically online I am, just because all this week with this kid has been popping up for a certain video that we're going to check out a little bit, and you're going to get a big laugh out of, I promise. People have been like, I have never seen this kid before. Unfortunately, I have, because he is a part of a certain Fox News circuit that drives me crazy. We have refused to uplift up-and-coming folks on the left and bring them into like kind of more of our mainstream spaces. We're doing a lot better of a job with that, building out independent media. But Fox will bring on the most sauceless, like credentialless young people in the world to just go and deliver bad talking points on like Saturday and Friday nights when no one is watching. And you'd see this kid a lot, and he'd always make the same like blue hair, nose ring, liberal joke, and no one would laugh. He's got no sauce. He's got no charisma. He came from the fact that his dad is a mega donor of the GOP, and they got a ton of money because his father was like a slumlord building Section 8 housing. Like, that's literally it. That is it. That is the Brilyn Hollyhand, or whatever the hell his name is, story, is that his daddy's got a bunch of bucks. He gives money to a ton of GOP candidates. His son's got a podcast that nobody watches, and so he gets to appear on Fox and act like he has credibility or some personality, which he just doesn't. And now, in the wake of the Charlie Kirk shooting, in the wake of his death, this kid is saying that he's traveling the country to talk on college campuses, when really he's just going to meet with like 20 of the young Republicans in the Young Republicans Club on any given college campus.
Bro's getting put on Ben Shapiro. He's getting put on the Fox News shows. Like,
but no one likes this kid. Is the main thing. Like, he doesn't have an audience.
But that's how what I would have said about J.D. Vance. Like, nobody liked J.D. Vance, even when he became the fucking vice president of the United States, right? It's all just MAGA world being this large narrative of, if you like Trump, we all like each other, which is something that the left is understandably missing. But I want to take a look at the video that I think put him on the map for a lot of people. I think that the Brilyn Hollyhand, which I saw some tweets saying sounds like the name of like a noble lord in Game of Thrones who's scheming against Littlefinger in the Vale. Brilyn Hollyhand was on his way to his valiant crusade to campuses to knock out radical left extremist Marxism. And he posted something that was a little bit less charming than he might have thought it was. Let's take a look.
What's up, America? Brilyn Hollyhand here, about 30,000 feet up. We are on the way to Arkansas. So everybody in line at the University of Arkansas to kick off my 10-stop campus tour. We are coming to you right here, right now. Stay in line. We have gotten a third room because we have sold out this campus stop 3 times. But we are coming to you. We will fit you in. Students will get priority, but we will make it happen.
It's just dead. There's no passion. There's no vibes. It's just, I think everybody just kind of wants to troll the libs by immediately putting up a new young Charlie Kirk, that they didn't put him through the vibe test. Whereas, you know, Charlie, for all the evils of Charlie Kirk, that dude had a presence. Like, that dude knew how to work a fucking room. And this Brilyn Hollyhand kid, I mean, he just doesn't have the vibes. I feel like when the abyss of trying to fill that spot goes away, he's not going to have anything left because he doesn't have the charisma.
And it's weird to be going to a college campus to talk about affordability on a private jet wearing a Rolex when your dad is like a multi-millionaire and is the only reason that you have a platform. But
how much do you think that watch costs?
Well, I have no clue. Probably like $8K, which, you know, go off, king. Freshman in college. Dad got you a nice little 8K rolling. Nothing wrong with that. Go off, buddy. But what's worse than the plane video for me, and we can show it, is the actual crowd that he was speaking to is like 3 rows of people in like a regular sized classroom. Like, this looks like a college classroom that fits like 50 people. And I'm sure if you're going to like a super hyper Christian, hyper right campus, it's not that difficult to get like the 50 people in the Young Republicans Club to watch you speak. But he's speaking, which is fundamentally like not what Charlie Kirk did. Charlie Kirk debated. He didn't go and like give lecture circuits. And I don't like, of course, like anything that Charlie Kirk ever said, but he was engaging with people. Of course, he was doing so he could call, you know, black women less intelligent and be a bigoted fuck. But this kid is just going and talking. Like, it's perfectly representative of how he views himself, where it's like, I get to speak at these people because I've been put in this position. Like, that's how the kid's brain clearly works.
The big thing he and Charlie have in common, and you could tell just from the few clips that I've had to see of Brilyn Hollyhand, I feel like I've seen far too many as it is, so I can't imagine what you've gone through. But he and Charlie share this very important thing in common, other than being kind of industry plants with the GOP, although I'd argue Charlie fought a little bit harder, quite a bit harder. But neither of them are authentically ideologically motivated. Charlie's debates, and I've watched Charlie debate live when I was in high school, Charlie's debates are entertainment. They are the gladiator arena of this day and age, where somebody is at the expense of, you know, the societal fabric of this country trying to make entertainment content. With Brilyn Hollyhand, I think he's trying to make entertainment content, but he's not very entertaining. But he's just speaking at these people, and there isn't any human emotion. There isn't any sense that there's something driving what he's saying. It's just careerism. And that was the same thing with Charlie.
It's just very like, and the thing about the left is that they have the blue hair and they have a nose ring and they're brainwashed and Kamala, and it just sucks. It's just so boring. And it's like, if you're going to be a bigot, don't be boring. Like, don't, like, you're going to do 2 bad things at once? Like, that sucks. And yeah, he is in college. And it's like, what type of college kid is traveling the country to be boring? Like, oh, God. He's like, if you don't even care, oh, my Lord. It's just sad. It's sad to watch.
You know, I was traveling to other campuses when I was in college to speak to young people about gun violence. And it was very grim and it was very dismal. But God damn it, I was entertaining. I don't give a shit. Even when I wasn't making the most intelligent points, even when I wasn't arguing them as effectively as I could have, those people sat the fuck down and they got a show. But speaking of a show, there has been one piece of Brilyn Hollyhand media that I have rather enjoyed. This is kind of telling me that we will get some fun stuff to look at and hopefully some more things to watch here on this channel together in each other's company. But we're going to see what's interesting about this message right now.
What we're seeing going on right now across college campuses,
in case any of you are trying to figure this out,
Columbia, they're getting shut
down
and overrun by
or is he just
these
fucking
anti-Jew
vibing out like
protesters, these pro-Gaza protesters,
He
these
must be on a
terrorist
rocking chair, right?
sympathizers. That's what they are. Let's
Hell
call it
yeah.
for what it is. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's inhumane. Listen, the Democrat Party is being radio silent on this.
No, but
why? Because these are their own supporters. And in the case of Brilyn Omar, her actual daughter out there.
Interesting
in
that
the
he
picket
talks
line
about being
protesting
pro-Jewish
this.
people when his
disgusting, and
mentor
they should be
Charlie
calling it
Kirk
out. It's
came out and
pretty
said
easy
that, quote,
to come on and
Jew
say,
money
hey, we're
was
pro-Israel,
ruining American
we're
culture.
pro-Jewish
But again,
people,
what
we're
was it
pro-America.
with this?
It's that simple. But
Was he on a rocking chair?
I think that he was just bouncing on it. He's just
was
bouncing
just
on the Netanyahu dick.
Vibing out.
The
going
check's
up and down.
cleared. Oh, thank you, Mr. Netanyahu. Thank you, another police. Thank you so much.
Listen, don't try to make me like him. Don't try to make him charming and humane to me. With Bulwark, we're Jack and Cam. Stay tuned, everybody. More soon.